Hello friends, hope you all are doing good and taking care of yourself and your parents. But along with that, you need to study hard. Okay? So let us begin with a very informative and new interesting chapter, that is the animal classification. Chapter number 6, animal classification, from your syllabus. So let us begin with the introduction. You have studied the classification of living organism in earlier classes. The living organism present around us are mainly plants and animals. We have studied the criteria of their classification. With the help of that, complete the following chart. Okay, so this will be your review, and you have already studied what is classification of organism or living organism in your previous or in the earlier class. Okay, so first of all we will see the meaning of classification. What is the meaning of classification? Classification means to separate or to make the group of certain things on a particular criteria, or to study them more clearly and to save the time. है ना, कि जो भी हमने क्लासिफिकेशन हम करने जा रहे हैं या कर रहे हैं, वो एक अलग अलग ग्रुप में उसकी सिमिलरिटीज और डिसिमिलरिटी देखते उसको वह अलग करना, ताकि हम जो भी पढ़े उसको आसानी से क्लियरली हम पढ़ने में आसान हो, इसलिए हम क्लासिफिकेशन किए हैं. So let's see how the living organism has been classified. Living organism is classified into two main groups, that is the prokaryote and eukaryote. So we have already learned what is prokaryote. Prokaryote means जिसमें न्यूक्लियस जो रहता है वो वेल डिफाइंड नहीं होता है, और यूकैरियोट्स में क्या होता है, the nucleus is well defined. Now prokaryote has only one kingdom, that is kingdom Monera. और ये मोनेरा किंगडम बोलने से सारे जितने बैक्टीरियाज हैं वो सारे ये मोनेरा किंगडम में आते हैं. ओके, नाउ यूकैरियोट्स जो है दैट इज अगेन डिवाइडेड इनटू टू मेन ग्रुप्स, दैट इज द यूनिसेल्युलर ऑर्गेनिज्म एंड मल्टीसेल्युलर ऑर्गेनिज्म. अभी यूनिसेल्युलर मीन्स व्हाट? It is a single cell organism, and multicellular means many cells. जहाँ पे एक से ज़्यादा सेल है उसको मल्टीसेल्युलर कहा जाता है. अभी यूनिसेल्युलर में फिर से एक ही किंगडम है, एंड दैट किंगडम इज कॉल्ड प्रोटिस्टा. ओके, एंड मल्टीसेल्युलर अगेन डिवाइडेड इनटू टू, दैट इज द ऑर्गेनिज्म विथ सेल वॉल एंड ऑर्गेनिज्म विदाउट सेल वॉल. मीन्स जहाँ पे जिस ऑर्गेनिज्म में सेल वॉल एब्सेंट है उसे विदाउट सेल वॉल कहेंगे, और जिसमें सेल वॉल है मीन्स सेल वॉल इज प्रेजेंट. सो अगेन दिस सेल वॉल विथ सेल वॉल, अगेन इट इज फर्दर डिवाइडेड इनटू two main groups, that is the autotroph and heterotroph. Auto means self and hetero means others. So autotroph और heterotroph ऐसे दो मेन ग्रुप्स में ये विथ सेल वॉल वाला मल्टी सेल्युलर ऑर्गेनिज्म उसका डिवीजन हुआ है. And autotroph has a very great kingdom, that is the kingdom Plantae. हम सबको पता है कि जितने प्लांट्स है वो सारे ऑटोट्रॉफिक होते हैं, and that comes under the head kingdom Plantae. Whereas heterotroph has kingdom fungi या fungi, and without cell wall the kingdom is Animalia, which we are going to learn today. Okay, hope you have understood what is living organism and how it is been classified. This we already have learned in the previous year. So this was your review. Hope you have understood. We have studied the plants classification in last year. It helps us to understand the diversity of plants around us. You must be looking varieties of animal around you. जैसे हमने लास्ट ईयर प्लांट्स क्लासिफिकेशन पढ़े थे, उसमें कई प्रकार के छोटे से बड़े ऐसे अलग अलग किस्म के प्लांट्स हमने पढ़े थे जो हमारे आजू बाजू में भी हमको छोटे बिल्कुल एकदम सूक्ष्म या एकदम छोटे से बड़े जो ह्यूज प्लांट्स होते हैं, ऐसे हमको अलग अलग किस्म के प्लांट्स देखने मिलते हैं. सेम वे वी हैव द वैरायटी ऑफ एनिमल अराउंड अस. कुछ एकदम छोटे होते हैं, कुछ बड़े होते हैं, कुछ मीडियम होते हैं, कुछ इतने बड़े होते हैं कि दे आर सो ह्यूज. लाइक डायनासोर्स है. We cannot see dinosaur, though we can see them in the picture, but they were on the earth, on this planet. Okay. और जैसे हम चींटी है, insects है, mosquitoes are there, wild animals are there, domestic animals are there, birds are there, many type of organism, many type of animals we can see around us. So animals can be the size of the animals can be very small or very big. Then animal habitat, how the animals live, where they live, they have various type of habitats. Like they are terrestrial, जो land पे रहते हैं, they are called terrestrial. Some animals they live in aquatic, like in water. तो जो पानी में रहने वाले जो एनिमल्स है उसको क्या बोला जाता है? एक्वेटिक बोला जाता है. Some animals they crawl on land. Crawl means they move like रेंगना. जो animals जो रेंगते हैं like snake and all that, they are the crawling animals. Swim in water. Some animals they swim, पानी में तैरते हैं या पानी में रहते हैं. तो these type of habitats they have. Some animals, birds they fly in the air. Some animals have scale on their skin. Some have feathers or hair on their body. In this way there is huge diversity among the animals too, है ना. तो ऐसे कई प्रकार के हमको animals, birds, we can see in the shape and size, various types of animals we can see around us. To study them so in a very clear way or in a very easy way, it is necessary to do the classification, to separate them in a group or in a particular manner that makes the study easier. Hope you have understood. Can you recall? According to recent studies, estimated number of animal species on earth is approximately 7 millions. It is impossible to study each and every species. मैंने लास्ट ईयर भी आपको बताई थी, लास्ट प्रीवियस क्लास में, कि we have near about 7 millions of species on this earth. 7 million means क्या? 1 million means 10 lakhs. So you have to calculate how much it is, like 7 million. It is impossible to study each and every species. अगर हम एक एक को study करना चाहे तो ये possible है क्या? नहीं. So to make it easy, if group and subgroups of animal are formed depending upon the similarities and differences, it will make it very easy to study such vast variety of animal. So उसको अगर हम ग्रुप में डालते हैं, जैसे उसमें की साम्यता या उसमें की जो विभिन्नता है, डिफरेंसेस एंड सिमिलरिटीज, अगर उसके बेसिस पे उसको अगर सेपरेट किया जाता है तो उसको पढ़ने के लिए हमको क्या होगा? आसान होगा. हिस्ट्री ऑफ एनिमल क्लासिफिकेशन. Greek philosopher Aristotle was the first to perform the animal classification. ये Aristotle जो है, he was a Greek philosopher and he was the first person who did the animal classification. Aristotle classified the animals according to the criteria like body size, habits and habitat. तो जो अरिस्टोटल ने जो क्लासिफिकेशन किया वो कौन से 3 बेसिस पे किया? दैट वाज द बॉडी साइज, हैबिट्स एंड हैबिटेट. फर्दर एज पर द न्यू डेवलपमेंट इन साइंस, references were changed and thereby The criteria of animal classification too. Classification proposed by Aristotle is known as the artificial method. फिर क्या हुआ, आगे जैसे जैसे ये क्लासिफिकेशन का स्टडी होने लग गया वैसे वैसे क्राइटेरिया भी चेंज होते रहे. ओके एंड जब ये क्लासिफिकेशन जो एरिस्टोटल ने जो एनिमल के बारे में जो क्लासिफिकेशन की थ्योरी जो दी है उसको बोला गया है आर्टिफिशियल मेथड ऑफ एनिमल क्लासिफिकेशन. क्या नाम दिया गया उसको? आर्टिफिशियल मेथड ऑफ एनिमल क्लासिफिकेशन. लेट्स सी व्हाट वर द अदर थ्योरीज proposed by other scientists. So we will have a small, just a short video.
History of classification. Aristotle, 384 to 322 BC, the Greek philosopher, is known as father of zoology. He classified the animals in his book, Historia Animalium. Aristotle made two main groups. Anima, animals with no red blood, invertebrates, and Anima, animals with red blood, vertebrates. Anima was further divided into ovipara and vivipara. Theophrastus, 372 to 287 BC, classified plants on the basis of form and texture. He divided them into trees, shrubs, undershrubs, and herbs. Theophrastus gave names and description of 480 plants in his book Historia Plantarum. John Gray, 1627-1705, was first to introduce and define the term animal species. He described more than 18,000 plants and animals in his Historia Generalis Plantarum and developed the key for identification of animals. The modern system of classification began in 1758 when Carolus Linnaeus, 1707 to 1778, published 10th edition of his book Systema Naturae. He also recognized that different species could be grouped into broader categories called taxons based on shared characteristics.
Traditionally, depending upon presence or absence of the notochord, the animal kingdom has been divided into two groups. Traditionally, depending upon presence or absence of the notochord, the animal kingdom has been divided into two groups, that is non-chordates and chordates. Okay, so what is non-chordate and chordates, that we are going to see. So what is non-chordate? Non-chordate means the body which is not supported by a rod like notochord, जिसको हम रीढ़ की हड्डी भी बोलते हैं, जो कि non-chordates में नहीं होती है, that is absent. So body is not supported by a rod like notochord. So this type of organism, they don't have support in their back, or we can say a backbone. Okay, so non-chordates means they don't have backbone, whereas chordates, they have, the body is supported by a notochord, means they are having backbone, or the body of the organism, such organism has a supported notochord. Non-chordates, pharyngeal gill slits are absent, whereas in chordates, pharyngeal gill slits or lungs are present for respiration. So जो non-chordates होते हैं उनमें जो pharyngeal gill slits होती है वो absent रहती है, but chordates में वो present रहती है. It is used for the respiration. Nerve cord present. Nerve cord, if present, it is on ventral side. It is solid and paired. अगर nerve cord present है तो वो ventral side में होती है और it is solid and paired. but in chordate nerve cord is present on dorsal side of body. अभी डोर्सल साइड और वेंट्रल साइड क्या होता है? सपोज एक आधा इंसान है तो उसकी जो फ्रंट साइड होती है उसको वेंट्रल साइड बोला जाता है, और उसकी जो बैक साइड होती है, पीछे की साइड होती है, उसको डोर्सल साइड बोला जाता है. Heart is, if present, it is on dorsal side. If the heart in non-chordates, if it is present, it is on dorsal side. Whereas in chordate, it is present on ventral side of the body. वो कहाँ पे रहता है? Ventral side. And in non-chordate, it is present at the dorsal side. यानी पीछे के साइड में रहता है in non-chordates, और chordates में वो ventral side होता है. Now let's see. Kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Animalia is divided into two main subkingdom, that is non-chordates and chordate. Again, subkingdom non-chordate is divided into phylum Protozoa, Porifera, Cnidaria, Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata and Hemichordata, whereas subkingdom chordate, phylum chordates are divided into Urochordata, Cephalochordata and Vertebrata. Again, it is further divided into Cyclostomata, Pisces, Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves and Mammalia. So this is the classification of animal kingdom. Now notochord is a long rod-like supporting structure present on the dorsal side of animal body. It keeps the nerve tissue isolated from remaining body. So ये जो notochord is a long rod-like supporting structure present on the dorsal side of animal body. It keeps the nerve tissue isolated from remaining body. अभी ये जो notochord है, this is the backbone we can say, or it is a rod-like structure which gives the support to the body. और ये जो rod-like structure है या notochord है, ये कहाँ पे रहता है? It is mostly present on the dorsal side. अगर आप यहाँ पे देखें, ये पिक्चर में देखें, so this yellow color portion we can see this is a nerve cord, okay, and these are the muscles. White में जो दिख रहा है that is the muscle, and this brownish yellowish brown color जो दिख रहा है that is the notochord which gives the support to the body, and so the body can stand erect. वो बॉडी, वो ऑर्गेनिज्म को सीधा खड़े रहने में क्या होता है? आसानी होती है. सो दिस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ द लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म. आर एनिमल्स विद बैकबोन. जो एनिमल्स को बैकबोन है वो एनिमल्स को क्या कहा जाता है? वर्टिब्रेट्स कहा जाता है. दे आर फिश, reptile, birds, amphibian, mammals. These are all the vertebrates. Whereas invertebrates, animals without backbone. These animals, they don't have backbone. They don't have any supporting cord in their body. उनमें supporting cord या उनमें backbone नहीं होता है. That's why they are called invertebrate. और जो animals को vertebrate यानी जिनको backbone है या supporting rod है, उनको vertebrates कहा जाता है. Non-chordates are classified or divided into 10 phyla. अगर एक है तो phylum बोलेंगे, काफी है तो phyla बोलेंगे. So first one is Protozoa, second is Porifera, third Coelenterata or Cnidaria, fourth is Platyhelminthes, fifth Aschelminthes, sixth Annelida, seventh Arthropoda, eighth Mollusca, ninth Echinodermata and Hemichordata. So these are the various phylums, and so we will see one by one. Body of animals is made up of cells. In case of multicellular animal, many cells are performing different functions in their body, while in unicellular animal, as their body is made up of single cell, all functions are performed by same cell only. तो अगर ये पिक्चर में हम देखते हैं तो यहाँ पे हमको अमीबा दिख रहा है, पैरामीशियम दिख रहा है, विच इज़ अ यूनिसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म, और इसमें ये एक ही सेल का बना होने की वजह से इसमें जो जो फंक्शंस है वो सारा एक ही सेल क्या करता है, अपने आप उसको वो फंक्शंस को परफॉर्म करता है. बट इन multicellular animal, multi cells are performing different function. मल्टीसेल्यूलर एनिमल में क्या होता है, बहुत सारे सेल्स होने की वजह से अलग अलग फंक्शन अलग अलग सेल्स के द्वारा किए जाते हैं. तो दिस इज द मेजर डिफरेंस बिटवीन द यूनिसेल्यूलर एंड मल्टीसेल्यूलर, हाउ दे परफॉर्म द फंक्शंस बाय देयर सेल. Body organization of unicellular animal is referred as protoplasmic grade organization. जिस एनिमल्स में यूनिसेल्यूलर है, वो एक सेल से बने हैं, उस एनिमल को क्या कहा जाता है, उसके बॉडी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को बोला जाता है प्रोटोप्लाज्मिक ग्रेड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. दिस इज ओनली फॉर द unicellular type of animal or unicellular type of organization. That's for today, guys. See you later with a new topic. I will be back with the new information, that the criteria of new system of classification. So that's it for today. Have a good day. Bye.